I'm going to show you how to get the fastest flying mount in all of Palworld. This one's going to be level 50, but once you get it, this thing is literally as fast as you can possibly go. It is amazing how fast this thing is. So this is the last Pal in the Pal deck, number 111, Jetragon. This guy can only be found in one place as a boss, which is right here on the map, all the way to the left at the volcano. You'll have to get him as a boss, so he's going to be really hard to catch. You're ideally going to want to use legendary spheres, which you will unlock at level 44, and you'll need the electric furnace in order to make the Pal metal for them. And then once you have legendary spheres and all that, I highly recommend having a hyper shield too, so you don't get one shot. You can go ahead and go here and get him. But I'm also going to show you how to cheese him in order to get him more easily. Now, there's two different ways to cheese him. The easiest one is to get a bunch of high-level ice pals from the northern part of the map. Although, in my case, I have the cheese one from that video of how to capture tower bosses. If you haven't seen that, check the description of this video. There's that video in there, along with a bunch of other helpful videos. And I just have a bunch of these guys, so I can use them. Although they're all starving right now, so I'm probably going to have to feed them something first, or else they're all just going to die. But the concept would be with your ice pals, with only ice abilities on, ideally, you would put a bunch of them out like this. And then, let's say I would put all of them out, so I'd have, like, 20 out or 15 or whatever out. I should probably mention that this, you put a PAL base on the edge of the spawn. I didn't even think about that. And which is going to be really far away, because it has a huge radius for what is considered the boss arena for this one. But this right here, this exact coordinates right here, is right on the edge of it. Now, you can actually build normal structures a little bit further forward, but as long as you get this on the edge, you're good. Then, like I was saying, you would take ice ones, which in my case, I have these guys which have ice attacks. But this is kind of the super cheese way if you get the tower bosses. But again, you could just use high-level ice ones. And the main reason you want ice ones is because they can freeze Jetragon, which will reduce the amount of damage he does. But you can put as many pals out as you want right here. And they might walk in the lava, so that's why you might want to put something over the ground there. Something they'll walk in the lava and just die at some point. So you might want to cover some of the lava, but in my case, I'm just going to wing it. So with them over there, I'm going to go over to the Jetragon spawn. And then what I have to do is I can either try to hit him right now, or I can wait for him to get a little bit closer. And then if he's not close enough, he'll just leash back to his spawn, potentially. But I'm going to try it right now. The main goal is to bring him over here to the base that I made, and then fight him at this base that I made. Like I said, though, if I bring him too far, then he's just going to leash back to his spawn. But if I can get him over here, then all these pals that I have out should help me fight him. Although he just seems kind of glitched. I may have to reset him here in a sec. We'll see. Oh, no, here he comes. Here he comes. All right. So now we got him fighting over here. And all we want to do is we just want to hit him every so often. Because if we don't hit him every so often, then he'll eventually just disappear and reappear at his spawn. But you see how he gets frozen like that from ice attacks? If you have a ton of ice pals right here at this, like, pal box, then he'll get frozen often enough that he'll barely get to fight back at all like this. And ideally, if you have enough ice pals, then hopefully you'll be okay. And if he knocks out your ice pals, it's fine. You just want to do as much damage as you can in order to get him like this. Now, this is one way to cheese him, and I'll show another way to cheese him after this. But the main thing here is get him really, really low. And then once he's gotten really, really low, and he's like getting dangerously low, then you'll head over to the pal box, and you'll put all these pals away. Okay, now that he's starting to get really low, any remaining pals that I have out, I'm going to want to put them away before he kills them. Before they kill him, I mean. And then I'm going to make sure I have my legendary spheres out. And I'm going to try to get him... Oh, he's stuck right now. It's really bad. I need to get over to him before he resets. So now it's pretty simple. I just got to hit him. And then if you get him in a loop like this, he'll fall. And then you can just hit him again right as he falls out of the ball like this. And then he should, like, basically never be able to attack you. Now, with a legendary sphere, you're only going to have between a 10 and 15% chance to catch him, depending on how many Lift Monk effigies you've turned out in so far. But as long as you bring 10 or 20 of them, you'll usually be okay. I usually, bring 20 at least just in case whenever I want to catch him. But then there you go. Now you've caught him, Jetragon, the fastest one in the game. I'm now going to take all those ones that I cheesed with and put them back in the box so they can reset their timers. And that is the first and easiest way to cheese him, in my opinion, if you have good enough pals to back you up on that. But I'm going to go ahead and try to find him in this pal box real fast. Oh, he didn't even go to the pal box because I had an empty slot in my inventory. So this one, he came with Clumsy and Divine Dragon Legend. He usually comes with Legend and very often comes with Divine Dragon. It's the other two that are really going to be the ones that you're going to try to, get better ones of. Now, in order to saddle him up, you're going to need to be level 50, and you're going to have to get Jetragon's Missile Launcher. So it says it's a missile launcher, but it'll also let you ride him, and that's how you're able to ride the Jetragon. And once you're on him, even at base speed, he is insanely fast. Now, he's faster when he's in the air, but on the ground, he's still really, really fast. And once you have this, there's really no point in having any other ridden mount. This is just better than everything. And if you're able to get the skills that you want on him, like right now I'm working on a breed line. I got one of these guys with Runner. And if you get Runner and Swift along with Legend and then Nimble, that's like the end game goal, then he'll be as fast as he can possibly be. Now, the other way to cheese him is to build something like what I have here. So I'll just go ahead and disassemble this real fast. I kind of just destroyed it. I shouldn't have done it quite like that, but oh well. So you can bring, ideally, some stone because there's fire everywhere, and if wood catches fire, it'll burn to the ground eventually, which makes me think of another way I could cheese him, actually, but we'll go with this way right now. So what you'll do is you'll build this as close to the boss facility as you can, something like this. Now, the simplest version is just to build a line, something like this, out as far as you reasonably want to work with, and then you'll build one stone wall somewhere, like, say, right here. And then you'll build a stone staircase, and you'll be able to then build it up into the sky as long as there's foundation underneath of it, like how I had it. And then once you get up towards the end, you'll just go ahead and put a stone roof on, and then you can build out one to the side on either direction, but the boss facility was too close on that side, so I'll just build it on one side only this time. And then you can go ahead and build it back again like this, and then you can also, for safety reasons, put like a door right here and then a wall right here. So if he comes up the stairs, he can't just jump on real fast. And then if you want, you can go even higher. You can go as high as you want to go. So I'm going to take mine a little bit higher just so I have extra safety here, depending on what attacks he uses. But I can take this thing up pretty darn high and then build another roof and another roof and another roof. And then I'll make a big platform for me to stand on like this. And then I'll actually build up a double layer platform. So what I'll probably do here is build a staircase. Actually, not quite like that. Let me build a wall like this and then a stair like this. And then I'm just going to build another layer roof. And the reason I'm doing this is so explosion attacks will hit the stone layer underneath of me, ideally, and not hit me directly. And so you don't have to build as extreme. You can build your own versions. You can build whatever you think. But build something like this. And then you can go up here and fight from up here. You can also, for cover reasons, you could do something like this in order to make it so you can, like, peek out. Now, you will not be shooting, ideally. Ideally, just your pals will be fighting. But let me show you how this thing works. So once you have it built, the goal is to get over here and wait for him to roam closer so that we don't worry as much about him leashing away. So this is, like, the perfect roam right now. He's heading the right way. And then once he gets a little bit closer, I'm going to get off my dragon, and then I'm going to shoot him with a crossbow. Or bow or anything, and then I'm going to run up here and hopefully not get killed on the way up. And this is why you want the hyper shield. So once I get up here, I'm going to shoot him again. I don't know if I even hit him or not, but tried to hit him. Let's see if I can hit him again. Probably not. All right, so now we're going to throw down whatever POW we want to use, and hopefully he'll fight the POW instead of us. And then what we need, though, is for him to get stuck trying to hit us. So if you just wait, you can either get him, sometimes you'll get stuck, but if you can't get him stuck just standing still, then you can just, from up on the high ground, you can watch your pal fight him and then call your pal back over and over again like this. Okay, it looks like he might be stuck. This was, nope, he's not stuck. Now, some bosses can get stuck, some can't, and if they get lucky, what they'll try to do is they'll be trying to hit you, but they'll never be able to hit you because they can't see you, and then they'll sit there doing nothing. But yeah, you can just keep throwing your pal out like this, and if your pal starts taking damage, just call him back or whatever. And you can slowly whittle him down until he's low, and then once he's low, you can just drop down, and then you can just throw balls at him. But yeah, as long as you're up like this... Oh, geez. One of his attacks has piercing damage potentially, so that's why you want the shield. But yeah, once you got him up like this, or once you're up like this, like I said, you can just keep pulling your pal back and throwing him out over and over again. Now, ideally, you're going to want a strong pal for this, because weak pals obviously get like one shot or whatever. But as long as you're high enough level, have a high enough level pal and all that, then everything should be good. You can just keep on waiting and keep throwing and just keep this up until he's weak enough to be captured. Also, by the way, another reason it's really important to have this base right here is because if you have this base right here, you can respawn right here. And then respawn right next to him, continue the fight without him, like, getting all his HP back. Where if you don't have a base nearby, then if you die and respawn, then he'll get, when you come back, he'll get all his HP back. So that's a reason why you would want to, that's a reason why you would want to put that PAL box down, even if you aren't actually going to be using it. Now, once he starts getting low, you'll jump down and call your pal back and throw a ball at him. Now, I just messed it up personally and accidentally came down a second late and killed him on accident, but same concept. You'll get him really low, jump down, pull the pal back, and then get in that loop of throwing legendary spheres at him just like I did a second ago until you catch another Jetragon. But regardless of which way you get him, whether it's that, whether it's the first way, or whether it's with burn damage or making him fall off a platform for fall damage, there's a bunch of different ways we could cheese it. I can give you more ways to cheese it, but this video is already dragging out too long. Whichever way you decide to get him, once you have him, let me go ahead and get him out. I'm going to show you how fast this guy is. Now, this is one of just the legend modifier for 15% move speed, but you could also get swift, runner, and nimble for a total of 70% move speed. But you can already see that he is insanely fast. Now, the one drawback is the stamina runs out pretty fast on Jetragon when sprinting, but if you're not sprinting, then the stamina lasts a decent amount longer for the amount of distance that you're going to go. So when you're out and about exploring, you can fly around Jetragon and go super fast and explore everything. But also, if you ever need stamina to go up real high or something, you just don't sprint. But you can see here just how fast you can get around the map, how fast you can explore new things, how fast you can get the Lift Monk effigies, get all the fast travels, everything you'd want to do. So this is pretty much the end game fastest mount. This is pretty much like once you've beaten the game, you can use this to then go on and explore, and 100% the game is probably what the developers intended. But if you get them earlier than that, it's just going to make the game that much more fun, but also that much easier. So it's up to you how quickly you want to go out of your way to go get them. But I just want to make a video showing you guys the absolute fastest mount in the game. This guy is insane. And also show you some cheese ways on how to get him. So hopefully I helped you out, guys. Now you know how to get Jetragon. You know where to find Jetragon, the fastest flying mount and fastest mount in general in Palworld.